My dear ladies and gentlemen, my dearest dudes, that's for those who don't want to be called ladies and gentlemen. Today I would like to say just a few words about a terrible tragedy that occurred 3 days ago in the Atlantic Ocean, close to Newfoundland, between Canada and the United States. I mean the collapse of Titanic tour submersible and the death of 5 passengers, or to be more specific, the death of the crew of 5 men on board. Here is some information about that tragedy.
The expedition began on Saturday, June 17th, from Newfoundland, Canada. The cost of the journey is $250,000 per person. The Oceangate expedition's submarine disappeared 600 kilometers from the Canadian island of Newfoundland, where the remains of the Titanic lie at a depth of 3,800 meters. There were 5 people on board: the captain, a scientist, and 3 tourists. Signals from the submersible were supposed to be sent to the base every 15 minutes. However, on Monday evening, communication with them was lost. According to the Daily Star, 48-year-old British resident Shahzada Dawood and his 19-year-old son Suleiman Dawood were on board the Oceangate exploration's vessel, Titan, when it disappeared in the Atlantic on Sunday, June 18th. Additionally, the publication notes that British billionaire explorer Hamish Harding has also been identified as one of the missing passengers. It is believed that the other passengers were French researcher Paul-Henri Nargeolet and Oceangate CEO Stockton Rush.
Now a question arises. Why did it happen? Or how could it happen? Well, listen. People paid $250,000 just for that tour. Self-explanatory, they counted on superb quality, super professionalism of those who made that submersible, and they were supposed to be sure that everything goes on in accordance with the plan. Alas, they had to face a symphony of non-professionalism, if not to say idiocy. Why am I saying that? I can tell you. You probably know, if you were interested in this event, that according to the chief executive of the company that organized that tour, the Oceangate company, whose name is Stockwood Rush, his company was not hiring white males who were over 50 years old. Well, it's not my invention. That was written in the mainstream media. Well. I hope it is self-explanatory that if your hiring policy is based not on people's professionalism and skills, but on their age, color, and gender, you cannot expect professionalism. You cannot get both, right? And as a result, we got the first well-known example of the failure of our Western technologies. Terrible example. Shocking example. But alas, it's one of the first signs, one of the first signals, warning signals. It signals the second stage of our degradation and of the death of our civilization. No exaggeration here. I hate saying that. I would love to say something else, but it is what it is. Those who work in the sphere of education probably will confirm the statement, not my statement, the statement of one of my colleagues, that each year the IQ of the students coming to the universities is lower, and lower. The students are incapable of thinking independently. They are incapable of professional analysis. They don't know how to search for information, etc., etc., etc. That is the result of the degradation of our societies, our Western societies. And the results are coming, slowly but surely. In addition to that, I would like actually to remind you, those of you who know history, that the development of technologies and exciting inventions have been happening exclusively in the free societies. Only free people can invent new technologies and develop them. No exceptions. Someone would say, what about China, People's Republic of China, the so-called People's Republic of China? Well, I can tell you, in the so-called People's Republic of China, they don't invent anything. They adopt the technologies from Western Europe and North America. Those are the sources of technologies and science and scientific achievements. They adopt them, they somehow refurbish them, but they cannot invent anything, because China, with an exception of Taiwan, of course, is not a free society, and its subjects are not free people. So let me repeat, only free people can develop technologies and demonstrate exciting inventions. Are we free these days here in the West? No, and you know it. We lost already our freedom of speech, we lost our freedom to possess weapons, almost lost it, and we lost a number of other freedoms. Instead, we got something which is, in my humble opinion, way less important, to put it mildly. And here are the results. 5 people, 4 of whom were super rich, lost their lives, counting on the professionalism and quality which is already gone. Here is one more question to address. The super rich, the super rich, who are doing all their best to destroy our civilization and to downgrade the majority of the population to the level of something in between slaves and domestic animals, and they're doing it quite successfully, are naive enough, to put it mildly, to believe that they still will be able to keep their luxury and their super high living standards. Oh mein Gott, wie naive. Sorry, I said it in German. Oh my God, how naive it is. Alas, nowadays the super rich are not necessarily super smart. Yes, they will destroy our civilization, I'm pretty sure, but their living standards will go down. They will go down to the extent which they cannot even imagine. So, what can we do? I don't know. By recording this video, I just wanted to share some of my impressions and some of my conclusions. And to repeat, by the way, something that I kept saying for the last 30 years. Anyway, wishing you all the best. Have fun, as long as you can have fun. And by the way, don't forget to put likes, if you really like what I'm doing. I'm not begging for money, like many other bloggers, but at least I would like to see your likes, so that I know that it's not an absolute waste of time to record all those videos.